Hey there guys, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the Frost Mage DPS kind of rotation type thing. So number one, you gotta have Frost, obviously. Now this is in Warlords of Draenor. I'm level 100. I'm going to be testing it on the Raider training dummies, which should be scaled up to like level 100 dummies. Here, let me show you. So my item level is only 606 out of 608. So I'm not very geared. Haven't really worked on gear that much. It's mainly been like gold farming and leveling odds, but so the first thing you want to do is get your talents down right. So blazing speed is going to be your first talent because I find that to be the most efficient in case you gotta get away from something that's hitting you, since you're squishy, as they like to call it, when you can get hit really hard because you wear cloth and you're ranged and you're not supposed to take the damage. You can just get away really easy by using blazing speed. Now the second one, I choose ice barrier because you can keep it on at all times. Flame glow, I've never really found that too useful. Alter time used to be a regular spell, but they made it a talent, and it can be useful, but I wouldn't use that as a talent, but I'd use it as a spell. I find Ice Barrier more helpful. Now this one, honestly, I feel like Ring of Frost is a little bit more better, so I'm actually going to change that right now to Ring of Frost. Now as far as your level 60 talent, your fourth one, I find Cold Snap the most useful because if you are in trouble and you're low in health and you just barely ice blocked, you can get some health back, plus you can use ice block again in about 20 seconds, and I find that really helpful if you're in danger. The 75 talent, I find Ice Nova the best, in my opinion. I haven't really messed with the other ones, except, well, I've messed with Frost Bomb, but Unstable Magic, I tried that for like a few minutes, didn't really find too much of a DPS increase. I find Ice Nova pretty nice because it freezes them. It does quite a bit of damage, so I picked Ice Nova for that. The 91, I picked Mirror Image because that can be part of your cooldown. These other ones here, Incanter's Flow, I don't really find too much use in that one. Rune of Power, I've used that before a lot, and I feel like it doesn't give you the ability to move around. I noticed how they changed it where you can place two of them now, but still, just can't really move around that much. So Mirror Image, I like that one because they move around with you, can still move around and stuff. And if you're PvE, they'll take the aggro, so you don't get hit. And the last one, I picked Common Storm just because I don't know, I kind of just wanted to experiment with Common Storm. It's good for AoE, and throws in a little bit more DPS, but I feel like the Thermal Void would be a little bit better, because if you got your Ice Lance procs coming up all the time, you're gonna want to hit, Icy Veins and then spam Ice Lance, I don't know, I'd probably switch to that. Glyphs don't really, the main one is Glyph of Water Elemental, so your pet does more damage and has more health. So, first thing you want to do is get your buffs up and just kind of make sure your pet is on assist, and just what I do is just start spamming Frostbolt. This isn't a burst, but this is just kind of regular. So just Frostbolt, and sometimes I like to throw in like an Ice Nova, and then Frostfire procced, and you know, you can just kind of wait for it to proc. I made a macro. It's slash cast freeze, which basically if you use it on 2, you get, well, it should have. Oh, okay, you gotta like freeze them to get the proc. But if you use it on 2 targets, you'll get 2 procs. So you always want to use your frozen orb. So that's kind of like your, you know, your like regular DPS. Just kind of spam frostbolt. Your procs hit those. Ice Nova, you know, Comet Storm. Like, Comet Storm does alright damage for AoE. Kind of keep your macro ready. Make sure water jet isn't active on your pet, or else it'll take the macro away. Like, watch. Takes your macro away, puts it on cooldown. So I would say for burst, this is how I burst. First I hit Icy Veins, Time Warp, Mirror Image, and then I start spamming Frostbolt. Well, actually I do Icy Veins, Time Warp, Mirror Image, and then I hit Frozen Orb. And then I start spamming Frostbolt, and then I'll get all these Ice Lance procs, and I'll just be hitting those constantly with Ice Nova. And just kind of throwing like a Comet Storm here and there. And I keep spamming Frostbolt, and then that's pretty much how the rotation is for a burst on Mage, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and do that now. Make sure you use all your Ice Lance procs, because it caps at 2 and you don't want to waste them. Kind of make sure you keep your macro on, so you can get extra Ice Lance procs while you're bursting. It's really easy using a Naga with this, or any mouse size buttons, because I mean you can do more like abilities. And there we go, got 2 Ice Lance procs and Frostfire. So, and you can, you know, you can like move around and shit while you're doing this. Yeah, it looks like Ice Nova. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Ice Nova. Looks like it gives you Ice Lance procs. So now I'm really like doing pretty good at this now. But that's kind of just kind of how it goes. If you're ever in trouble, like I said, here's what you do for survival now, since you got your DPS down. Ring of Frost. Oh, spell not learned. Apparently I don't have it learned. Oh, there we go. Just kind of set that down. Any enemies will pretty much be frozen when they step in it. I should have put it over the training dummies to show you. I don't know if it'd freeze them though. And then, if you're ever in trouble, you know, get away like that. Blink away. If you're really in trouble, Ice Block. That'll give you some time for like a healer to heal you, or for you to think of what you want to do, or wait for your blink to come up. You can hit, you know, Cold Snap while you're doing it. Move around, get away for a little bit. You can wait 15 seconds till you hit your next one, you know. You can like blink away. Make sure you keep your Ice Berry on at all times. And because of Cold Snap, you don't have to wait the 5 minutes for the Ice Block. You wait like 20, and then you can Ice Block again. Yeah, that's pretty much your main DPS and survival abilities. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, leave a comment, like, if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, make sure to share this with anyone out there looking to do Frost Mages and need help. So I'll see you, YouTube.